You have just entered the Man Cave.
Hey, welcome to the newest addition to the Man Cave podcast, Muscle Mondays, where we're going to talk about everything gym-related and muscle-related.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So,
I'm excited about this. This is cool.
Twice a week now, you're going to get a nice episode from us.
3 times if you're a patron.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But,
what kind of protein shake you sipping on?
Ooh.
We do beer on the Saturdays. We'll do protein. No, I'm not buying that many different fucking protein powders.
No, unless
man.
people want to send it to us.
Yeah, if people want to send it to us, I'll try shit all day.
Yeah.
But
All right,
man.
So today we're talking about what's coming up here on the 28th of February to the 3rd of March. Nothing better than the Arnold Sports Festival there in Columbus, Ohio, which is where the Arnold Strongman Classic is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. As I don't think I talked about it in a regular episode, but I went to it wasn't a qualifier. It was another one of those leading up to that show. I went to one out in Santa Monica, and it was on the Santa Monica Pier. It was an awesome event. If you ever get a chance to go to one of those, you have to. And I have a collection at home of weightlifting belts that I've had signed by famous weightlifters or bodybuilders, and I was able to get 2 weightlifting belts signed there. I got one signed by Franco Colombo and Hafthor Bjornsson, or the Mountain as everybody knows him. So I got to meet those guys. It was awesome. I tried to get one signed by Brian Shaw, but I unfortunately didn't get to meet him there. He was there, but the line to meet him was very, very long.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
The line to meet any of those guys there was going to be probably because a lot of people probably didn't know who Franco Colombo even was.
No, like it was strange because there were a few people that did, and the people that did went right up to him, but not a lot of people went up to him. But I mean, he's old, doesn't lift anymore, you know. But
he won Olympia in 1981.
And he was Arnold's workout partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been he's getting up there in age. I mean,
yeah,
more power to him. But he's probably done.
Oh yeah,
done lifting.
Yeah.
But it's so 10 competitors, right? I'm not going to go down the list simply over the fact that I can't pronounce half their names.
Fair enough.
So, but really the big names that people are going to recognize on here is going to be Hafthor Bjornsson, Brian Shaw, and Jerry Pritchard.
Yeah.
And I think the one name, because there's only 10 people that are competing there. The one name that's not on there is Eddie Hall, that people might recognize, because Eddie Hall holds the world record right now for the biggest deadlift.
Right.
And for people who aren't following that Arnold Strongman Classic, Rogue has issued a challenge to anybody who can have a 500 kilogram elephant bar deadlift.
Well, the thing is
$50,000.
Yeah, but they can't use deadlift suits at the Strongman for the Arnold Strongman. So that's a whole nother ball game, because that Eddie Hall deadlift was done in a deadlifting suit, not taking anything fucking away from it. Like I wouldn't be able to move that much weight, but for somebody to go in raw at 500 kilograms will be fucking insane. Because when I went to the one and Jerry Pritchett did, man, he I think he was just over 950 pounds. He won the last man standing deadlift event.
Yeah.
Because no one else was able to keep up with that. It was amazing to watch somebody lift that much weight in person, and he could have done more. He didn't need to.
Yeah, I read an article where he said that they said that he did 900, he did like 950, and they're like, yeah, he pretty well did it with ease.
Yeah, but you could see him like in the weights before that on the last man standing deadlift that he was not really struggling with any of it. The 950, it looked heavy when he pulled it up for sure. It's not like it was easy for him, but he could have done more weight. I think that we'll see him, Brian Shaw, and the Mountain all lift over 1,000 pounds at this thing, which will be fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, because we posted on the Man Cave's Facebook page about a week or so ago of Brian Shaw lifted, I think, 1,025, and they all have basically bars that mimic an elephant bar.
Yeah.
And he did it. He made it look pretty pretty dang. I mean, it wasn't easy. You could tell it was heavy, but it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
like he got halfway up, had like a hitch or something like that, or had a sticking point where he had to try to really muscle it up. It was nice and smooth coming up. Just looked heavy as shit.
Yeah.
And then
Thor did 1,047, I think, is what it was that he got.
Yep, with what's that one guy in the background? He's another,
Larry Wheels.
Larry Wheels.
Yeah.
Yep, in the background. And those are the only two that I've seen really post much as far as where they're at. And
Yeah.
I would dare say that Thor's looked a little easier.
Yeah, for sure.
That he's got a little more gas in the tank for some more weight. I'm not sure if I'm not saying, look, I can't get anywhere near 1,000 pounds. So my critique isn't like, saying that he's a giant pussy to not be able to do 1,100 pounds. But I'm saying, watching the video, I'm not sure if Brian Shaw will be able to do it. To me, I think the only person that's going to be at the competition that might pull this off to do 500 kilos, 1,100 pounds, will be the Mountain. He's the only person that could potentially do it.
I don't know, man. I think at least we will see all three of those guys, Jerry Pritchett included. We will see all three of them try to pull shit up until they fail.
Oh yeah. Well, when you read how it works, they tell them what weight they're going to do.
Yeah.
They get 3 pulls.
It usually goes up by about 40 pounds per lift.
They tell them.
Yeah.
I was reading like how does the whole event work? They would come up to you and be like, "Okay, Terry, what 3 weights do you want for your lifts?"
Oh, really? That's not how it worked at the one I went to.
Yeah, and they call their 3 lifts. And then
The best one of the 3.
Then they're all put in order based on weight. So in theory, if you said I'm going to do 455, 500, and 525,
Yeah.
your 3 lifts would be first because obviously it would be way under them.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes. Whoever calls the smallest weight goes first. The last lift will always be the heaviest weight. You gotta think it's for keeping people there.
Yeah.
Because if some dude picked up 1,100 pounds on the first lift,
Other people wouldn't even.
they'd be like, "Okay, cool, watched it happen.
Yeah.
Bye."
Yeah.
They'd leave the event.
Yeah.
So but I think all 3 of them will give it a try. They're they're competitors. They'll all try 500 kilos.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I think they'll all put up shit that they know. Like, I'll do 1,027, 1,042, whatever. But those 3 guys are going to put their last lift. They're going to say 1,100.
I don't know, man. I doubt you'll see one of those guys go from like over 1,000 pounds into another one of over 1,000 pounds. I think they'll go to like maybe 900 and then jump right to a big one. Is what because they've got to be fucking pooped.
But those 3, I say those 3 are at least going to try. Those 3 guys are going to give it a shot. I don't know.
Not?
I've never. Yeah, I don't recognize the other names on there, but I don't know if anybody else has the strength to try to do that.
No, the crazy thing is though, man, like some of those guys that are competing are in their early 20s. There was a guy there that was, I think, 20 years old. That was in a strongman competition.
Yeah.
Like winning events. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy. Like in bodybuilding, you see a lot of young guys, and that's because you can sculpt the body at a young age, but to develop the kind of strength to deadlift 1,000 pounds or pick up these Atlas stones and do this stuff, that's God-given talent to be able to do that at a young age.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of somebody saying you've got good genetics and that's why you're the way you are, but there's probably at least a little bit of genetics built into that to be able. I mean, like Thor has some genetics to him. First off, he's 6'9".
When I stood behind him, and the top of my head was at like the bottom of his shoulder blade.
Yeah,
and I'm 6'2".
And that's his. But like, there's no way that I could pack on the amount of weight that he could.
Right.
I mean, I'm basically. I think Brian Shaw's 6'3". I'm 6'1", so he's still a couple inches bigger than me. But
oh no, I think he was taller than 6'3", man.
I think that's what he's listed as, at least the last time I looked him up. But like the mountain, like there's no way I could lift. I could look like him and lift that weight.
Yeah,
because I'd have to pack on fat and stuff like that. And the dude's fucking 8 inches taller than me.
Yeah.
So there's some genetics there, but the rest of these people that Well, you're only like that because of your genetics.
Well, he's been Larry Wheels' training coach, and Larry Wheels has gone into that strongman side of lifting, and you see it in any of Thor's videos that you watch. And that guy, man, is incredibly talented when it comes to lifting weights, because he's gone from like traditional bodybuilding into this strongman style of powerlifting, and he's killing it, man. He's pushing over 400 pounds on log presses.
Yeah, I watched him. I watched a video of him the other day with on just a regular barbell press with 405 pounds, and he just easy day, just another day. Like, holy cow, man!
Yeah, and he's a young guy too.
Yeah,
so,
really young.
And he said he wants to compete in every avenue. So he wants to do the strongman, he wants to do the Olympia, he wants to do all that, and he's at that point where he can go in any direction that he wants.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people claim that Ronnie Coleman could have competed in everything, strongman and Olympia, just the way he was developed.
Well, back then, yeah. No one was pushing weight quite like Ronnie Coleman was back when he was Olympia.
Yep. So go check it out. I think they have they're gonna have a live feed too coming up. So it's here in like another week, just 7 days. I've seen the post on Facebook. So I know we'll be checking out the Man Cave, and then maybe the next Muscle Monday after it happens, we can kind of give it a little bit of a review of how it all went. But definitely the Man Cave, we'll be checking that out. Right, don't forget to follow us over on Facebook, the official Man Cave Podcast, over on Twitter at the Man Cave 14, and on Instagram at the Man Cave Podcast. Also check us out over on YouTube. But again, if you want that full no safe space, no bullshit experience, check us out and subscribe to us over on Patreon. For only $1, you're going to get in and win that Beer of the Month Club, valued at $120. And for $5 a month, you're not only going to get entered to win the prizes, you'll get a man card for all of your beer opening needs. You get exclusive access to special podcasts like the After the Show, exclusive access to tell us what you want us to talk about and give us feedback on topics from every podcast. And like we've said before on every other episode, we'll even let you on the show. But hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay with us. We'll see you next time over here on Muscle Monday.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Any real man would follow us on Patreon for exclusive content and prizes at patreon.com/The Man Cave Podcast. The Man Cave. No safe spaces, no bullshit.